Yeah, am I correct? We have these three items that we're looking at for this upcoming meeting?
It's
We
4.
got 4 items.
There's a
We
Did
got
you
a
get the
revised
change?
agenda. We got a revision.
Well, see that? I don't have the revised one. Okay, I only got the ones, the three.
Who do you have?
I got,
He has the first one.
Oh, wait, I only have 3 also.
Which one is it changed?
Yes, the revision
not
was
a
sent
revised.
earlier today. It came
Yes.
in late.
I'm sorry, yeah, it's not your fault, I just didn't grab.
Sorry.
What's
Yeah.
the fourth one off the top of your head?
Is it Benjamin? Is it the
We
Benjamin,
got solitaire.
yeah,
the potential budget advisor?
he's,
That's the 4th one.
yeah, he's the 4th one, youth vote. on youth.
Yeah.
Okay,
But they say yes in the clock. What are they doing? What's this program about?
I guess that's why we asked him to come to the board so he could tell us.
Yeah, sparking a cross-partisan youth voting movement for the youth.
Sounds political, right?
Yeah. Now,
Well,
I
I
was
guess it's
asking,
part of their campaign to get more youth on the board and get them more entrenched in community affairs,
Yeah.
civic activities.
I was
we're here.
asking, I was asking Dell about number 3 and then the time limit and does it go to landmark? I remember that we were having that conversation with certain of these items that we get them in the full board, but then they have to go back to these committees. I'm still trying to get the hang of it, ladies, because I'm not really well with the landmark stuff, but just when I see landmark, I just get like chills. Dell,
Yes,
you hear me, Dell?
Mike is off there.
Sorry, I got muted. Sorry. So this is definitely landmarks, but because it's a special permit, it only has 45 days. And we've been having this problem with the Department of City Planning doesn't take into account, our schedule. So they've been sending these things to us so that we don't have time to do the normal thing, which is have them come to the full board for their public hearing, then go to the committee, and then the committee votes, and it goes back to the board for the hearing. So the I don't know, it hasn't come to us yet. The letter hasn't come yet. So there's a possibility that the letter will give us time to have the vote in May, but it's also a possibility that we're going to have the full board vote on it in April. If that's the case, then it's going to have to go to my landmarks committee as both a public hearing and a committee, which is, more, it's not the greatest, but, we've had to do it in the past. I wish DCP could work with us and take into account our schedule. And it just so happens that in May this year, the full board meeting is late. It's later than normal. So,
Wow,
What-
it's
what's
also
the
in April. April's the 18th.
yeah, and May is late also.
Wow, I know
So
April.
if it comes like next week, we may have to have this done at the April 3rd Land Use Committee meeting, and we may have to have the public hearing and the committee meeting on it,
Del,
and then have it voted on in April.
Can we throw it to them?
What do you mean?
Can we just throw it back to go back landmark and see, so they can start following rules and giving us proper notice?
No, because they'll make a decision, and they'll just say, oh, it's okay, it's fine, we don't really need your input, your input.
Wow.
They'll do the thing that they do. They say, well, it's okay if you're late getting your vote in. We'll still take it into account. But as
Wow.
we know that that's not the best way to go.
Yeah, I get it now.
It sound like they're doing this so they don't have to spend much time with us, where we can
Yeah.
ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, it could be.
But it seems like they're trying to get out of having 2 meetings. One with the full board and one with committee.
Yeah, it sounds like that to me because it just
So,
seems a lot
Yeah,
of
I
sneaky
don't know
stuff.
who's, I don't know really who's, I don't know whether it's the developer or Department of City Planning who is really the cause of this. You know, the 45 days runs from when the date of the letter that we get from City Planning. And we haven't gotten the letter yet. It's just that, Lucia was, nice enough to give us a heads up to tell us that it's coming.
And Lucia also said that it might come next week on the 22nd, which it wouldn't give us enough time.
Right.
So she's checking in with the applicant to see if they're willing to extend it to April 3rd, that we get the letter April 3rd, and that way it will be we'll be able to vote on it on May 16th. So
Right.
I'm waiting to hear back from city planning as well.
Okay, so,
So we still have to put it on the agenda.
yeah, I guess we can put it on the agenda, but let's understand that this may have to switch over to being the public hearing. It may have to, I mean, I don't know what to say. We don't have, Lucia is gonna get back to Joanna. So at this point, we don't know, is it gonna have to have the public hearing on April 3rd? Or can we wait until our full board meeting?
So why don't we put it on our agenda? And then if it doesn't have to, we can always pull it back. If you
Okay.
wanna have it, then not do it.
Okay, that's
Right.
fine. I think that's fine. If
Yeah.
So we should put them forth.
What, Sonia?
We should put them number 4.
Okay,
Wherever you want to put it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, make it number 4. But it's
Good.
there, and if it doesn't have to be, then we can always pull it off ourselves.
right, and then it'll go,
It'll go, exactly, Dale. And we're
April
not, it's
3rd.
better to have it than not.
You okay with that, Madam Chair?
Yes, we can put it on and then, take it off, avoid it out.
That's it. Works for us.
Okay, so that's gonna be number 3,
No, number 4.
number 4.
Want to make that number 4, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes,
4.
that sounds,
Sure.
number 4 is good.
And then just make number 1, number 2. We're gonna do the liquor license. We're gonna hear from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that. Yes. And then number 4 will be number 3.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
that sounds good.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah,
Sure.
that makes sense.
It makes sense. Hopefully it'll work out.
Hopefully.
Number 2 is number 4. Number 1 is number 4.
Well, why number 1?
Because we don't know we're gonna pull it. I said. Remember we said.
No, number 3 is what we don't know.
Oh right. Hello, I put it in the wrong
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
12 Franklin
Right.
is the one we don't
It's
know.
gonna be number 4.
Now with number 1,
Is number 1.
now is that also gonna go to landmarks though?
That's landmark. Yeah, that's landmark, so that comes to my committee too. That also
Okay.
comes to land use. But that'll go on the full board first, and then it'll come to my May hearing,
Yeah,
my
'cause
May
there's-
committee,
Yeah, 'cause there's no time.
Guys,
Not
I
the
don't think number 1 should be 1,
That's what
because
I'm
in the
saying.
beginning of our meeting, we have people having trouble getting in. So I
Yeah.
think it should go further down to give people the opportunity to be there to hear the
Okay,
presentation.
yeah,
I
that
agree.
makes sense. Yes.
You want to make number 4 number 1?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Could be-
Yeah,
Make number 4 number 1,
Yes.
and make
Number 3,
number
number
2
4.
number 2. You want to do the liquor license second?
Well, let's
Yeah.
make number 1 number 3.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Sounds
And then
good.
we'll have solitaire and we'll have SLA.
Right.
Yes.
So
Right.
that way we get the light stuff out, but you don't want to do something like a land use article in the beginning when people have so much trouble getting on.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That sounds great.
So my listing is number 4 first, number 2 second, number 1
Yes.
third, and number 3 fourth.
Yes.
And we need to go back, we need to go back to putting, time on the presentations.
Yes, yes.
It's okay.
Joanna, make a notation of that, when we put it in like, 150 Clay Street, we give them 15 minutes, 20 minutes. What's the time? 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
I think 15, Dallas.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
15 is a good number.
Well, 15 is
You-
kind of hard for a developer to go through the slides and
It
presentation
used to be,
and all that.
used to be 10, no?
It used to be-
Yes.
It was 15. It
Yeah,
was
it used to be
15, but
10.
depending
No.
on, it was 15, but depending on, we thought how long the presentation was going to be, we give them 20 minutes, and sometimes people will ask for 20 minutes.
I think that they should be able to if they have a time limit, that they can make a presentation. Sometimes they're so repetitious though.
Yeah, but if somebody's showing a slide, it takes some time to get through that. Then we got the questions. So what it won't be,
Is that is that gonna be a question now? 15 minutes?
no, depending on the presentation,
Okay.
like with Ben or somebody, Arthur with the liquor guy, we can give him 10 minutes. We could give Ben 15 minutes, we could give the developer 20 minutes, depending on the presentation. But we do need to go back to putting a time on it.
We tell them 15 minutes to 20 minutes, tops. That's the max.
Yeah.
You want to do it on this, for this,
Yes.
or you want to wait till our next meeting?
Why we want to wait for the next one?
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to go now. So,
Yes, we all ready to go now.
Yeah,
okay,
this
okay,
meeting.
so how much do you want to give number 4? 10 minutes?
Yeah, because we used to be 10 minutes. I remember when I used to be, so.
No,
Number
it's on the presentation, but only 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I think so. They're gonna wanna show some pictures of this is
no, I know the 15,
Yeah.
20, but I said before when I started with 10 minutes.
Well, okay, so let's
We
be a
never
little
did
more
10
generous.
minutes.
When I was recording secretary, Madam Chair, remember, I was doing minutes and we were doing it way back.
Oh,
No, number 4, we'll give 15 minutes.
yeah, that's good.
And what about the liquor now we're up to the liquor license guy, number 2. Does he get 15 or 20?
I would say 15.
15.
He's
15.
number
15.
2, 15
Yeah.
minutes also. Now we're at number 1.
But you're gonna do 20.
He's going to get 20. That's the,
Yeah.
What the land use stuff and the landmark stuff, I would give 20.
okay,
The
Yes,
rest
I
of 'em would
agree.
be 15.
Yes.
no problem.
agree.
That works for me. And then if we do take the Franklin Street, is that going to get 20 also?
Yes.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
brand
that's the
new-
landmarks. Yeah.
Okay,
So, yes, Franklin Street and Clay Street, Claire Street.
yeah, Claire's going to get 20 and 20.
Yeah.
Fire, Claire. Yeah, they should have 20 minutes in order to give their
I'm gonna-
presentation.
Yeah.
If you don't mind,
Because
I'll read it
sometimes they
back.
have a problem,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sharing the screen.
Can I say a point? Can I say a point?
Yes,
Yeah.
Simon.
My point is that if you put 20, they're going to go 30. You put them, anyway, they talk more than they're given. So if you put it like 10 or 15, they have a pressure. They know, whoa. But anyway, if you're going to say 20, they're going to do a half an hour. You know what I mean?
But remember, Jerry,
Generally, Simon, from my experience with the presentations, when they're finished with their presentations, they go right into questions. Because, if they're showing a slide, they're just gonna tell you what's on the slides. Or they just gonna present what they, and they know that they're in a time frame, so they don't
Mhm.
know if this includes the presentation and the questions.
And not knowing our fellow board members, there's a lot, it's a lot of questions, a lot of minutes.
well,
Well, there will be for the landmarks.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure people want to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm
I think we
comfortable.
should-
with what we put
You
down.
know what, I think, I think it depends on our agenda. And so far, we got 4 items.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of time to give 2 people that's building something or
Right, no.
refurbishing something or whatever. you know, if we had a 7 or 8 item agenda, you know, it depends on the items. Then we go accordingly with the time.
Exactly right.
Well, I mean, in terms of the presentation, doing the slideshow, when we look at the, a lot of them are very quick when they're presenting. And you spoke about, yeah, the questions, but I think that is the issue. It's not so much the presenters, it's the questions that come after, because I see that they wrap it up. I mean, we have seen them wrap up their presentation. It's never more than 15 minutes of presentation ever. I mean, that's been my experience.
Exactly.
It's
It's the
been,
question, but
it's
see,
more the questions.
the
So that,
questions and answers are not part of that 20 minutes.
right. So I think that that's an issue that it's our end. That's us. That's not presenters.
That
That's
you can't
not.
do nothing about. That's
That's not them.
nothing
So I
you can do
mean,
anything about.
if you have to give them a time, you have to give them a time. But I think
That's
that
it.
it's like
Everybody
Simon
has,
said, it's
you
just
gotta
gonna
be
go
given
over
a
anyway.
chance to X, right?
We got to be fair, you know,
Yeah.
to give them the time that they need. You know,
Exactly. So I
you
think
cut
that
them
those are-
off, and you cut them off, and then questions come up that they didn't get to part of their presentation. Then you got a problem. You know,
I
just the
agree.
board members, you know, they got to stop giving their history,
Uh-huh.
you know, before they ask their questions.
Exactly. It's on us. So I think that we
Right.
shouldn't. I think that just the presentation, and about this time, I don't believe that we should put any time limit on it, because it doesn't make sense. It's just pretty much a presentation, whatever questions, because I'm pretty sure there's not, in the other item with the youth thing, I don't know if people are gonna ask too much questions. But the liquor license, not so much. I mean, people will ask, so again,
And
it's
some of this will give us time on other issues.
right.
That's it. It'll
I
work
agree.
itself out. It'll work itself out.
My only concern is that it's true, like you saw the issue yesterday was almost an hour, and it's a little, it's hard. It's hard because I know we're doing the WebEx, but we still have Joanna running the meeting, and we have people running meetings. It just seems like so unfair that we can't stick to, 10 something. It's just crazy, guys. We were losing
Well,
people
let's-
like crazy. They were dropping like flies.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
So that's why I encourage people to get these reports out in a timely manner so people can read them. If they got a question, they can call up the chair, or they can call up somebody on the committee. You can't give somebody a 20-page report the day before the meeting and expect them to know what the hell is in it.
Oh, I agree. In addition to that, I mean, these motions are driving me to drink. It's like a whole chapter when you have to write these motions and resolutions, and it's lengthy, people. It's not a motion to approve or disapprove. It's with this and condition and all the stuff that we're adding. It is crazy, Madam Chair. I'm losing my mind.
Well, I think what the chair should do, they should write up the resolution and send it to you. And then when you go back to your records, you can see if it match up.
Yeah, because that's what I
you
do when
said.
I got the report, and I usually put the resolution, but then it changes. Well, we have to meet at 7 anyway. We're gonna adjourn this meeting, right?
I know, but see, this is what goes. See, we've gone off target. We were trying to get our agenda together. We're talking about why don't we do one thing, get this done, and then if you want to talk about something else.
But no, that's part of it, Phil. I get what
I
you're
know, but
saying.
we're straying from
But
what
part
we're
of
doing.
it's
That's
part
why we
of the
don't get things
problem.
done here. We
You're
stray.
right, Joe. Phil, listen. Come on.
No,
You're
I'm
right, but we're
saying
saying
stray.
that these are problems that are
Yes, but-
contributing to the length of our meeting. It's not the
Exactly.
presentation
Yeah,
per
but you
se
we're
that we
straying.
shouldn't give them a limit, because it's not the presentation, it is us. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, but how are you gonna solve that, Sonia? By
We're
not
not gonna solve it, so I said,
That's
why
what I
put a
mean, you're
time
not.
limit?
you give
That's
them.
what I was saying.
You put time down. You don't put time down. You can't control what the board does.
Exactly. So we shouldn't
Oh,
put
you
a
just
time.
keep-
That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
we have to try to control what the board does. If
Well-
we don't try to control what the board does, the board get out of control.
Well, they don't.
So we have to control
Yes.
it to a certain extent to make sure that we're doing things in a timely manner. So like people like Phil Cabernego don't get mad and leave a meeting at 9 o'clock, and the rest of us sitting at 10.
Oh,
Get the meeting go. That's why let's focus on what we have to do.
Yeah,
We
but that's what we're
focus.
trying to do.
on
That's
what
what
we
we're trying to do. But see, these are issues. You got
Let's
people
fo-
that come on and stay there from 6 and the 6:30
Yeah.
or 6 o'clock, and people until 10. You got people come on at 6:30 and stay to 8, and they gone because
Yeah.
they can't take it no more.
Focus on
So
what
all
we
these
have to
issues
do.
need to resolve so we don't have to sit there and worry about a quorum every time we do a roll call.
And had 2 motions fail because we didn't have enough votes.
Well, it wasn't because of the quorum, because you just didn't get the votes for it.
Because a lot of people abstained, but there were a lot of people that did not vote. When you look at the minutes, I sent you this morning the record. So if you start off with 35 and then you end up with 26 and 25, that's a problem, Madam Chair. Because we
Yeah,
started off with
I knew
30
it was gonna be a
something.
problem last night because the time had went forward on us and people were gonna get tired quicker. You
Yeah.
know, so I knew it was gonna be an issue last night. But anyway, let's get back. Do everybody agree that this is the outline for the agenda?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Anything else?
No.
Okay,
So we're going,
guess we'll sit here and be quiet for Phil.
okay.
We didn't take a motion on this. We should have took a motion.
Motion, go ahead. Who
That's
take
right, Sonia. You're supposed to tell us that.
So
There
Phil
was
makes a
no
motion.
I asked if everybody agree on it.
But you
Phil
said
takes a motion.
I'm making a motion.
seconds?
I make a motion that we accept this agenda.
Who seconds?
I second.
Delty.
Thank you.
Okay, it's unanimous.
Okay, so let's vote. Gina
It's
Barrows.
unanimous.
Aye.
Gina Barrows,
Aye.
yes.
Yes,
Phil Capernegro.
Aye. Yes.
Tony Iglesias, yes. Delty.
Yes.
Simon Weiser.
Yes.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yes, civil no, civil abstention, civil recusal, motion carries.
Now it's official. Now it's an official.
And I got my sheet.
Okay, now it's officially done.
Now I take over.
Well, now you're taking over. You're in control right now.
No, because Joanna has to leave so we can start the search committee meeting.
So you can turn the recording over because we adjourned in the executive board.
Adjourn, okay.
Oh yeah, motion to adjourn.
Motion,
Yeah,
Do we stay on?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Okay.
no place. I'm not going.
but you can turn the recording off from now because